easier. So get on this. Alright, so you know it's on. Give y'all a couple minutes to tune in there. Nicest Angry Butcher. We're gonna do just a quick live video, you know, nothing major. Don't call your home, your friends. Just, you know, view, watch, enjoy, you know. We're gonna cut T-bones, short loin. Just a couple quick boxes on the saw. Whatever happens, happens. All right. Thanks for joining in. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe, share, join the madness it is the Nicest Angry Butcher. All right, let's go. So that's a short loin, aka T-bone porterhouse. Look, it's as big as me. You see that? That's your porterhouse side. As the fillet gets smaller, turns into a T-bone, and then finally, pretty much bone in New York on the end there. I think I got my shirt. Got a little bit right there. Got it down. So the trick is, you know, to cover no trim. See how it kind of has that angle. Lift up on that sucker, get it evened out, and you can lay it down little by little until you flatten on the saw. That's how you cut a T-bone with zero trim. off of that triangle, you know, until it's flat, and then that's pretty even. Usually when you get down to that, you know, we're just going to call that a bone in New York anyways. We'll just cut that little bone off. Chink, chink. And cut it one time down the middle. Be a nice bone in New York. Alright, I always got the backup. How y'all liking the green gloves anyways? You know, anything to grab attention is what I'm going for. And also, you know, not getting cut. Safety first, of course. Alright, Abra, let's go. Another real quick I'd like to point out, you know, is you got two sides. You got a side where the bone hits the blade. That's the easiest way to cut, because every time you hit that blade with that bone, it pulls the short one just a little bit to where, you know, start out. You're starting out the triangle like this, and every time this bone right here hits that blade, it evens it out just a little bit, and will be nice and flat by the end. Like that sound? That's loud, you can't get it there. Got one more cut to go, but you see what I'm saying? How it gets nice and flat there. Boom. Oh yeah. They're all still there. We got that purple stuff too right there. That's that USDA stamp. Shows it's been inspected. Safe for human consumption. And then here's that other way. This is where the bone is facing away from the blade. So again, it's in that triangular, unnatural shape. We're gonna just pull it towards me a little bit every time, and it'll end up flat. So there's that. Look. All right. Now we're just gonna make a slight adjustment every time, and it'll be nice and perfect. Alright, there's that end piece. Just a little cattywampus, but there's a little extra bone sticking out here. I'm just gonna knock it off, you know, see that? Right here. Pop it right off and it'll be a steak. Last piece and we'll call it a day. Because I got to trim and scrape. That's a lot of boring stuff for y'all. You see where the action gets you? Almost. Not yet. Alright. Again, Nicest Angry Butcher. Really appreciate your support. Like, subscribe, share. Join the madness. Nicest Angry Butcher. Thanks, y'all.